Hi there, today I want to show you the differences between Canon's 22mm EFM Pancake lens, which you're looking through right now, and the 24mm EFS Pancake lens, which is built for the Canon Rebel series, the APS-C cameras. Now I modified this one so that it'll work with the Viltrox Speed Booster. So I'm going to show it to you using the Speed Booster, which really widens it out quite a bit. But you'll notice there's a little bit of vignetting that does happen when you do that. I'll also show you this one using just a standard off-brand $40 EFS to EFM adapter. That doesn't do any speed boosting, any widening out, any additional brightness. Doesn't do anything special, but it just works and you don't have to worry about any vignetting when we use that one. So let's take a look at both. Right now we're using the 22mm native EFM lens. I love this lens. I use it for almost all of my videos, and I currently have the digital IS image stabilization turned off because I'm using a tripod. But I'm going to pull it off of the tripod here and walk around, and then you'll see, a little shaky without that digital IS in play, and neither of these lenses have built-in optical image stabilization that is built into the lens, so you're stuck with digital IS or nothing. So if you want to cure the shakiness, it's that or buy a gimbal, I guess. So now let's walk around with this thing. So the 22mm with no image stabilization, and here I am just kind of walking around in a circle here in my studio space, and here's what this looks like. Next, I'm going to use this same 22mm EFM lens, and I'm going to put digital image stabilization on, but not enhanced, just on, which should only crop it a little bit in. Here we go. Okay, now I'm using the 22mm with digital IS turned on. It is enabled, but not enhanced. So you can see maybe a little more smoothness when I'm walking around now, and also a little more cropped in than it was before. So this is with the native glass. It's just such a lightweight lens. I really like it. It's very tiny. What's not to love? So here it is with regular digital image stabilization. Now let's use the enhanced mode where it crops it in even further. Okay, now we're using the enhanced digital image stabilization mode. So it's cropped in a good amount here. We're still using the 22mm EFM lens, and here's what it looks like. Now, my next thing I'm going to show you is the 24mm EFS lens, and I'm going to be using the Speed Booster with it, and I'm going to start off with the enhanced, the same setting basically, enhanced digital IS turned on. Here we go. Okay, now we're using the EFS 24mm lens, and we have the digital IS in enhanced mode. So here I am walking around with this, and I'm using the Viltrox Speed Booster on the lens, which should widen it out a little bit and also brighten it up a bit more than it normally would be. Okay, now I have digital IS simply enabled but not enhanced, so it's not quite as cropped in now. And we're walking around, and I'll hold up against a completely plain background so you can see how much, if any, vignetting is there against this sort of backdrop here. So here I am with the 24mm on the Viltrox Speed Booster. Next, I'm going to turn completely off the digital IS, so it'll be completely uncropped, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, now we are looking at the 24mm EFS lens with the Speed Booster on the Canon M50 with no digital IS. So now that we're this far zoomed back without any cropping in, you can see some vignetting. There's definitely some vignetting here. Maybe you like that. Maybe that's artsy and cool for you. But here's what that looks like. Next, I'm going to show you this same 24mm with a standard adapter. Not speed boosted, so there shouldn't be any vignetting because you're not widening it back out or anything. It's going to be a little more cropped in, but you won't have to worry about that. So let's see what that looks like, which is a standard off-brand $40 EFS to EFM adapter. Okay, we now are using the 24mm EFS lens with a standard adapter, so there's no speed boosting happening here, and we have the digital IS completely off, so it's as shaky as it really is here. I'm trying to be steady with the hands, but it's going to be a little bit shaky. No digital IS right now, but also no vignetting right now because we're not speed boosting. Now I'm going to show you this same lens with the same normal boring adapter, but with digital IS turned on. Okay, we now have the 24mm EFS lens with a regular adapter, and digital IS is enabled. Not enhanced, but enabled. So it should be a little bit smoother as I'm walking around. Here we go. Next, I'm going to use the enhanced mode of digital image stabilization, and that should kind of wrap things up. And finally, we have the 24mm with a regular EFS to EFM adapter, and we're using enhanced digital image stabilization. So it's going to be a little zoomed in. It's the most zoomed in I think we've been all day, is using it this way. So here we go. All right, that's your Pancake comparison between the 24mm and the 22mm as a walk-around lens. How shaky it is, how up close it is. Yeah, is it good for you? I don't know. Leave your comments below and let me know what you think. I do love that speed booster. I think it really helps. It brightens it, it widens it all. Just be aware of the vignetting so that that doesn't come back to haunt you later. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.